Hello everyone, welcome to this updated video this morning. I hope that you're doing really great, and we will be talking about the three of these disturbances. So we have two highlighted in orange indicating a medium chance of formation, and that one just offshore Texas which is highlighted in yellow. So we've got a tropical wave entering the Caribbean that is likely to try to get itself together this week, and there is another one just off the African coast which may take advantage of the environmental conditions ahead and try to become a depression later this week. So we're going to be looking at these systems in some detail, and switching to the satellite imagery. Here we can see lots of showers and thunderstorms around in some areas in the Gulf associated with that system near Texas, as well as in the Caribbean. We can see lots of showers, thunderstorms around, some of which, especially in the East Caribbean, is associated with the tropical wave moving in, which we may see develop later this week. And then that little blob out there is associated with another tropical wave previously marked for development. However, doesn't look as though it may get itself together much, but then there's a new tropical wave off the African coast which may have a better chance of actually becoming something. Now as we zoom into the Caribbean, we can see all of these white dots around. They're indicating lightning strikes. So lots of showers, lots of thunderstorms noted in some areas in the central Caribbean. A few spots in Jamaica this morning may be experiencing some downpours, others may be pretty sunny, and it's the first day of back to school, so ensure that the kids go out with their umbrellas just in case there's some rain this afternoon, which is pretty likely in some parts of Jamaica today and even other places, many islands. It is a back to school morning and a pretty wet start for different islands in the Lesser Antilles. Some areas are experiencing some showers this morning as I speak, and even for the Virgin Islands near Puerto Rico, we can see that there's quite a bit of activity there as well. So with the disturbance moving in, there's likely to be some periods of heavy rainfall and even those gusty winds probably up to tropical storm force, some of those wind gusts. So that is going to be a possibility today, and with those periods of heavy rain, there could even be instances of flooding. So please ensure that if you should encounter any flood waters throughout today, turn around, don't drown, do not attempt to drive through. So that is going to be possible. And looking at the rainfall forecast here, we can see it. So lots of red shadings around for parts of the Lesser Antilles. Barbados going to some spots in Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines, a few spots in Tobago, even Trinidad as well, and those orange shadings around as well. Grenada as we head up to Guadeloupe. And we can see some lighter shadings for parts of the Leeward Islands, such as Antigua, Barbuda, Anguilla, St. Martin, St. Bartholomew, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba, St. Eustatius, Montserrat. So there's likely to be some showers around, even some heavy downpours. But those areas where we're seeing those red shadings are likely to experience some heavier downpours or more rainfall activity today. So again, there is going to be that potential of flooding, and then as we head towards the vicinity of the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, similar story, likely to be some heavy rain around, potentially some showers today for the ABC Islands down there, and a few spots in northern South America, Colombia, Venezuela, and especially for northern Guyana, maybe a little bit active later today. Central America will remain active as per usual, headed to the Cayman Islands, few spots in Jamaica, Cuba, even up to the Bahamas and Turks and Caicos in Hispaniola. There could be some showers and thunderstorms around, especially this afternoon, and even up to Florida we can see some colorful shadings there. So some places may experience some heavy rainfall today. Now going into a bit more detail as it relates to the disturbances. So with that disturbance loitering along the Gulf Coast, it is likely to unleash some periods of additional heavy rainfall in parts of Texas and even Louisiana as we head throughout today and even into tomorrow as well. And then for the Caribbean disturbance, we're seeing that the formation chance holds at 40%. Now, this is not the maximum chance. The maximum value of the chance has been at, it was up to 50%. But because it is failing to get itself together as quickly as initially anticipated, the chance actually went back down to 40%. So it is at 40% now. And later this week, as it heads to the central and western Caribbean, we may see it attempt to become a tropical depression, maybe even a tropical storm. But then it could move towards Central America, and there is still a chance that it makes its way into the Gulf. As for that third disturbance, the most recent tropical wave to emerge off of Africa, Immediate development is not expected. However, as it heads to the west and even to the west-northwest, it could encounter some more favorable conditions, hence the reason the arrow is pointing to that shaded orange area. So that is where we could see it try to materialize into something as we're going to be heading into the coming days this week. Eventually we'll be seeing a lot more going on in the tropics. So the sea surface temperatures are definitely well on their way, especially in the Caribbean, and we can see those spots of 30-31 degrees Celsius, and the requirement for tropical development is normally around 26.5 degrees Celsius. So we can see that it is very warm, very conducive out there right now to support development. But that's not the only thing. Upper level winds need to also be conducive, as well as lots of moisture present in the mid and low levels of the atmosphere. That's what really helps to get these tropical systems going. So that delay with that Caribbean system is good, because it could have been a whole different story as initially expected by the models, but because it is not getting itself together as quickly, the impacts are not going to be as intense as initially thought, because at this stage models were showing that we could potentially have had a tropical depression or storm heading into the Lesser Antilles. Fortunately, we don't have that. Still a tropical wave that's propagated to the west. So, but again, this does not mean that this isn't something that should be taken seriously, because we don't need tropical cyclones to result in some serious flooding. Tropical waves are very well capable of doing that, and many of us in the Caribbean are familiar with it. Sometimes tropical waves, they come, they move by, they unleash a lot of rain, which results in widespread flooding. So that is going to be a possibility, as I previously highlighted in this video. So guys, please stay safe, and that's it for this update. So I'll be keeping you posted as necessary, and if you do have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I will respond to you when I have the chance to do so, and remember to always be weatherwise.